Barak should be joining us in a momentarily. Shalom, Yahweh Hashem Shabrak, affirm to all the brothers, Yahweh Shemar Latham Hashem Yahushai, to all the sisters, priest and officer 1000 Zabaja of the I.S.U.P.K under commanding General YAHANNA. We are closing out the feast of unleavened bread, so we're going to do that now. La Yashala. Which means to Israel. Men of Israel, I'm Majim, which means to stand. And Sarapah HaKodam, which means turn and face the east. We're going to open our clothing of the Salakia. We're going to open the closing of the Feast of Unleavened Bread with the Lord's prayers. I'm going to read it in the Hebrew, and Officer Shariwan will read it in the English. Abanawa. Shabashi. Kodash.
Bashamayel. Kodash.
Haya. Shamka. Yahweh. Malak.
Malak.
Ratazaka.
Haya.
Ratazak.
Kawa.
Haya. Bashamayam.
Nathan Lanawa.
Kam.
Lakam.
Kal.
Yawam. Wasalak Lanawa.
Kabwath Nawa. Kasalak Nawa. Kabwath Nawa. Wala'a. Tabaya Nawa. Wanasayawan. Ball. Hawashai Nawa. Mayan. Rad. Kaya. Laka. Amalakwa. Wahala. Wamathaparah.
Aman. What we said in English. Our Father which art in heaven.
Our Father which art in heaven.
Hallowed be thy name.
Yahweh.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy
will be done on earth. As it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. And forgive us our debts. As we forgive our debtors. Lead us not into temptation. But deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory. Forever so be it.
Hekat, the prayer for power. Yahweh. Ba'asham. Yahushai. Babakushah. Lathan Lanawa. Hekat.
Larapa'ah.
Kal Makalah. Ukal Madawa. Hakat. Latahar. Hatazamariah. Hakat. Lahakwayam. Hamathayam.
Hakat.
Arakawa.
Hatama'ala.
Lagarshan.
Ba'asham.
Yahushai.
Wada Aman. In English. Lord, in the name of Yahushai. Please give us the power. Power to heal all manner of sickness.
The power to heal all manner of sickness.
And all manner of disease.
The
power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to raise the dead. The power to raise the dead.
The power against unclean spirits.
The power against unclean spirits.
To cast them out.
To cast them out.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you, so be it.
Thank you, so be it. Bless Israel. Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Yah Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Barak Lanawa.
Barak Banawa.
Wa Yashar Allah.
Wa Yashar Allah.
Wahabayah Sapariam.
Wahabayah Sapariam.
Ba'ashem.
Ba'ashem.
Yahushua.
Yahushua. What Aman. What we said in English. Lord, in the name of Yahushua.
Lord, in the name of Yahushua.
Bless us.
Bless us.
And Israel.
And Israel.
And the school.
And the school.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you, so be it.
Thank you, so be it. Psalms 121. Asha'ah. Ayanya. Ahahariam.
Ahahariam.
Mayan.
Yaba'ah.
Isaiah. Ma'an. Yahweh. Aisha.
Shamayam.
Warataza. Al-Yanathan. Number what? Regalka. Al-Yanawam. Shamarka. Hana. La'ah. Yanawam. Wala'ah. Yashan. Shalomar. Yashar Allah.
Yahweh.
Shamarka.
Yahweh.
Zalka. Al-Yad. Yanka. Yawamam. Hashamash. La'ayakaka. Wayarak. Walayala. Yahweh. Yashamarka.
Kalrai.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
Athnapashka.
Yahweh.
Yashamar. Taza'atka. Wabawa'aka. Ma'aifa.
Wa'id awalam. What we said in English. I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills.
I will lift up my eyes unto the hills.
From whence cometh my help?
Whence cometh my help?
My help cometh from the Lord.
My help cometh from the Lord.
Made heaven and earth.
Who made heaven and earth.
Will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
Who will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
Behold.
He
that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep.
He that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day.
The sun shall not smite thee by day.
Nor the moon by night. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil.
The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
The
Lord shall preserve thee from going. The Lord shall preserve thy going out.
The Lord shall preserve thy going out.
And thy coming in.
This
time forth.
From this time forth.
And even forevermore.
Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim. Al-Damayalaka. Al-Thakarash. Wa'al. Tashakwat. Al. Hana. Wa'ayabyaka. Yahama Yawan.
Wamashanayaka.
Nasha'awa. Ra'ash. Al-Amaka. Ya'ira Yamwa. Sawad. Waya. Thaya'itazawa. Al-Tazapawan. Yakar.
Yakar.
Amarwa.
Amarwa.
Lakawa.
Lakawa.
Wanakakyadam.
Wanakakyadam.
Magawa.
Magalia.
Wala'a.
Wala'a.
Yazakar.
Yazakar.
Sham Yasha'ala.
Sham Yasharala.
Iwad.
Iwad.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Nawa Aitazawa.
Nawa Aitazawa.
La.
La.
Yakadwa.
Kadwa.
Al Yakar.
Al Yakar.
Wayath.
Wayath.
Yakarathwa.
Yakarathwa.
Ahalia.
Ahalia.
Adawam.
Adawam.
Wa. Yashamai Alayam.
Wa Yashamai Alayam.
Mawa'aba.
Mawa'aba.
Wahagariam.
Wahagariam.
Gabal.
Gabal.
Wa'amawan.
Wa'amawan.
Wa'amalak.
Wa'amalak.
Palashah.
Palashah.
I'm Yashabia.
I'm Yashabia.
Tazawar.
Tazawar.
Gam Ashawar.
Gam Ashawar.
Nalawa.
Nalawa.
Imam.
Imam.
Hayawa.
Hayawa.
Zarawai.
Zarawai.
Labanya.
Labanya.
Lawat.
Lawat.
Salah.
Salah.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Laham.
Laham.
Kamadian.
Kamadian.
Kasa Yasara'a.
Kasa Yasara'a.
Kayabian.
Kayabian.
Wanakal.
Wanakal.
Koyashwan.
Koyashwan.
Nashamadwa.
Nashamadwa.
Ba'ayan.
Bayan.
Dara.
Dara.
Layawa.
Layawa.
Iman.
Iman.
La'adama.
La'adama.
Shayathamwa.
Shayathamwa.
Nadayabmawa.
Nadayabmawa.
Kaira.
Kaira.
Kazaba.
Wakazaba.
Wakazabak.
Wakazabak.
Wakatazamanai.
Wakatazamanai.
Kal.
Kal.
Nasayakamwa.
Nayasakamwa.
Ashar.
Ashar.
Amarwa.
Amarwa.
Nayaraashwa.
Nayaraashwa.
Lanawa.
Lanawa.
Ah. Nawath.
Nawath.
Alahayam.
Alahayam.
Alahaya.
Alahaya.
Shayathamwa.
Shayathamwa.
Kigaga.
Kagalgala.
Kakwash.
Kakwash.
Lapanya Raka.
Lapanya Raka.
Kaash.
Kaash.
Saba'ira.
Saba'ira.
Ya'ira.
Ya'ira.
Wakala Abba.
Wakala Haba.
Thalahat.
Thalahat.
Haryam.
Haryam.
Khan.
Khan.
Thurdatma.
Thuradatma.
Basa'iraka.
Basa'iraka.
Waba.
Waba.
Sawapathka.
Sawapathka.
Sabahalam.
Sabahalam.
Mala'ah.
Mala'ah.
Panyaham.
Panyaham.
Quarter Wayabakwashwa.
Wayabakwashwa.
Shumka.
Shumka.
Yahawa.
Yahawa.
Bashwa.
Yabashwa.
Wayabahawa.
Wayabahawa.
Ayai.
Ayai.
Wayakaparwa.
Wayakaparwa.
Wayabadwa.
Wayabadwa.
Wayadaiwa.
Wayadaiwa.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Atha.
Atha.
Shamka Yahawa.
Shamka Yahawa.
Labadka.
Labadka.
Al-Yawan.
Al-Yawan.
Al-Kal.
Al-Kal.
Harataza.
Harataza. What we said in English. Keep not thy silence, O God.
Keep not thy silence, O God.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still, O God.
Be not still, O God.
For lo,
thine
enemies make a tumult.
Thine enemies make a tumult.
They that hate thee have lifted up their head.
They that hate thee have lifted up the head.
For they have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
They consulted against thy hidden ones.
They have said.
They have said.
Come, and let us cut them off from being a nation.
And let us cut them off from being a nation.
That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
They have consulted together with one consent.
They have consulted together with one consent.
They are confederate against thee.
They are confederate against thee.
Tabernacles of Edom. And the Ishmaelites.
And the Ishmaelites.
Of Moab.
Of Moab.
And the Hagarenes.
And the Hagarenes.
Gebal and Ammon.
Gebal and Ammon.
And Amalek.
And Amalek.
The Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre.
The Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre.
Ashur also is joined with them.
Ashur also is joined with them.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
Salah.
Salah.
Do unto them as unto the Midianites.
Do unto them as unto the Midianites.
As to Sisera.
As to Sisera.
As to Jabin.
As to Jabin.
At the brook of Kisan.
At the brook of Kisan.
Which perished at Endor.
Which perished at Endor.
They became as dung for the earth.
Which came as dung for the earth.
Make their nobles like Oreb.
Make their nobles like Oreb.
And like Zeb.
And like Zeb.
Yea.
Yea.
All their princes as Zebah.
All their princes as Zebah.
And as Zalmunna.
And as Zalmunna.
Who said.
Who said.
Let us take to ourselves the houses of God in possession.
Let us take to ourselves the houses of God in possession.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Make them like a wheel.
Make them like a wheel.
As the stubble before the wind.
As the stubble before the wind.
As the fire burneth the wood.
As the fire burneth the wood.
And as the flame setteth the mountains on fire.
And as the flame setteth the mountains on fire.
So persecute them with thy tempests.
So persecute them with thy tempests.
And make them afraid with thy storm.
And make them afraid of thy storm.
Fill their faces with shame.
Fill their faces with shame.
That they may seek thy name.
That they may seek thy name.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
Let them be confounded and troubled forever.
Let them be confounded and troubled forever.
Yea, let them be put to shame and perish.
Yea, let them be put to shame and perish.
That men may know that thou.
That men may know that thou.
Whose name alone is Yahweh.
Whose name alone is Yahweh.
Art the most high over all the earth.
Art the most high over all the earth. The prayer for power structure. Barakatha Yahweh.
Barakatha Yahweh.
Wa Yahweh Shai.
Wa Yahweh Shai.
Wa Mayaka Allah.
Wa Mayaka Allah.
Wa Alahayim.
Wa Alahayim.
Mataza Yabyaka.
Matazabya.
Alawap Yahanna.
Alawap Yahanna.
Ha Alawapyam.
Ha Alawapyam.
Ha Saranyam.
Ha Saranyam.
Ha Kwatazayanyam.
Ha Kwatazayanyam.
Ha Kayayalyam.
Ha Kayayalyam.
Ha Gwathyam.
Ha Gwathyam.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba'asham.
Ba'asham.
Yahushai.
Yahushai.
Wadahaman.
Wadahaman. What we said in English. Bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
And Yahweh Shai.
And Yahushai.
And Michael.
And Michael.
And the angels.
And the angels.
Commanding General YAHANNA.
Commanding General YAHANNA.
The generals.
The generals.
Captains.
The captains.
The officers.
The officers.
The troopers.
The troopers.
And the sisters.
And the sisters.
Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shai.
Thank you, so be it.
Thank you, so be it. Blessed are you, Yahweh.
Blessed are you, Yahweh.
King of heaven and earth.
King of heaven and earth.
And all things living.
And all things living.
Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shai.
Listen to us now.
Listen to us now.
Right now.
Right now.
Send evils and curses.
Send evils and curses.
And punishment and destruction.
And punishment and destruction.
To the heathens.
To the heathen.
That speak against us.
That speak against us.
Thy prophets, the teachers.
Thy prophets, the teachers.
The princes, the priests.
The princes, the priests.
The Israelite brothers.
The Israelite brothers.
And the school.
And the school.
Send evils and curses.
Send evils and curses.
And punishment and destruction.
And punishment and destruction.
To the heathen.
To the heathen.
Shake loose the pockets of the rich of Israel.
Shake loose the pockets of the rich of Israel.
That refuse to give to the school.
That refuse to give to the school.
Force their riches to enter into thy sanctuary.
Force their riches to enter into thy sanctuary.
Send evils and curses.
Send evils and curses.
And punishments.
And punishment.
And destruction.
And destruction.
To the Edomites.
To the Edomites.
And the nations.
And the nations.
And their drug dealers.
And their drug dealers.
Court system.
Court system.
Prison system.
Prison system.
Planned Parenthood.
Planned Parenthood.
All the governments of our enemies.
All the governments of our enemies.
Amalek synagogues and armies.
Amalek synagogues and armies.
The Roman Catholic Church.
Roman Catholic Church.
The Pope.
The Pope.
Islam.
Islam.
Christianity.
Christianity.
Egyptology.
Egyptology.
Militia. Ku Klux Klan.
Ku Klux Klan.
Aryan Nation.
Aryan Nation.
Skinheads.
Skinheads.
Posse Comitatus.
Posse Comitatus.
The LGBTQ movement.
The LGBTQ movement.
The lesbian movement.
The lesbian movement.
Spies.
Spies.
Workers of witchcraft.
Workers of witchcraft.
NASA space program.
NASA space program.
Armies.
Army.
The Navy.
Navy.
Air Force.
Air Force.
Marines.
Marines.
Wall Street.
Wall Street.
Open up the internet.
Open up the internet.
And the airways.
And the airways.
The cable access channels.
The cable access channels.
And the radio channels.
And the radio channels.
Convict the spirit of any of thy people.
Convict the spirit of any of thy people.
That seek to stop us.
That seek to stop us.
And bring swift destruction.
And bring swift destruction.
To all the heathen.
To all the heathen.
That stand in the way.
That stand in the way.
Or try to stop us.
Or try to stop us.
From broadcasting your words.
From broadcasting your words.
Throughout the planet Earth.
Throughout the planet Earth.
Let loose all the plagues.
Let loose all the plagues.
Cause them to go to and fro through the earth.
Cause them to go to and fro throughout the earth.
And destroy.
And destroy.
Cause the plagues to come against America.
Cause the plagues to come against America.
And destroy them in their strongholds.
And destroy them in their strongholds.
Let Yahushua and Michael.
Let Yahushua and Michael.
And Gabriel.
And Gabriel.
Come down with the flying saucers.
Come down with the flying saucers.
And destroy.
And destroy.
All the heathens.
All the heathen.
That come up against us as we speak thy word.
That come up against us as we speak thy word.
Cause it to be known by all.
Cause it to be known by all.
That it is the angels that has done it.
That it is the angels that have done it.
Cause it to be spread through the media throughout the whole world.
Cause it to be spread through the media throughout the whole world.
Cause them to shake at thy coming.
Cause them to shake at thy coming.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you, so be it.
Thank you, so be it.
Akim Akwafian Sar, which means to turn. Slovakia. Slovakia. Baraki Allah.
Kawakan.
Do you have the Hebrew in front of you?
I have the Kawakan, I have Leviticus in the Hebrew.
You have Leviticus, the 23rd chapter in the Hebrew in front of you?
Kawakan.
All right. Baraki Allah, stand at the Ma'at Shabbat. Baraki Allah, state your registry.
Baraki Allah, Ban Yamian, Ban Yasharala.
Baraki Allah, Imajim. Salute.
Yahweh Hashem Yashar Brakatham.
Baraki Allah, Yahweh Salakia. Baraki Allah, Ban Yamyan, Ban Yasha Allah, Yahweh Hashem Yashar Brakatham. Imaj Yadrimata. Akim, you may be seated. All right, no sweat. So what we're going to do is, Baraki Allah, you're going to read the Hebrew for us tonight, and Officer Shayuan, you'll read the English.
Come on.
All right, I hope everybody got some unleavened bread and gets to enjoy that unleavened bread. Listen, tonight we are in closing the Feast of Unleavened Bread. It's a glorious Passover that we are wrapping up, right? It was very Salakia. Barak, can you tell us some about that Passover before for those in Canada who might not have gone? Tell us just some of this Passover before we get into the readings, Baruch Shah.
Salaki, it was more than just glorious. It's not something that really, if possible, any brother or sisters want to miss under any circumstance. Lord willing, it's our last Passover in this empire, but it was just glorious. The brotherhood, the sisterhood, you understand, being around. This is our real only family gathering. It's not no Thanksgiving dinner. It's not no Christmas reunion. It's the Lord's Passover, where we commemorate the time that we got freed from our captivity. You understand? And soon we will be freed again from our last captivity. Lord willing, that was our last Passover in this empire. If not, brothers and sisters better put their money away right now to be able to attend the next Passover, if you're on the chariot by then. Because this is not an event that you want to miss. You understand? Salak Yadawan.
No sweat. Thwada Baraki Allah. If you could, Baba Kishar, can you read from Salakia, Leviticus, the 23rd chapter, verses 1 to 7, Baba Kishar, in the Hebrew?
Karawakan. It's the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 1 in the Hebrew. Well, we had the bar, Yahweh, Al, Masha, La Mar, the bar, Al, verse 2, the bar, Al, Bayan, Yasharala, Wa Rath, Alahayam, Mawaidia, Yahweh, Ashar, Thakwara Awa, Atham, Makwara Aya, Kodash, Alaha, Ham, Mawaidia, verse 3, Shashath, Yum, the Aisha, Mala'aka, Wabayawam, Hashabaya, Shabbath 1, Makwara'ah, Kwadash, Kal, Kala, Mala'aka, La'ah, Tha'ai Shawa, Shabbath, Hawa'ah, La Yahawah, Akal, Mawa Shabbatha Yakam, verse 4, Ala'ah, Mawa'idya, Yahawah, Makwara'aya, Kodash, Ashar, Thakwara Atham, Bamawa Dam, verse 5, Bakadash, Haba'ashawan, Ba'arabai, Aishar, it's like Aishara, Lakadash, Bayan, Ha'ira, Bayam, Pasak, Layahawa, verse 6, Wabakamasha, Aishara, Yawam, Lakadash, Salaki. Haya Kaga Hamatazawat Layahawa Shaba'ait Yam Matazawat Ha'akalawa, verse 7, Bayawam Hara'a Shawan, Makwa Ra'ah, Kodash, Yahaya, Lakam, Kala, Mala'akat, Ayabada, La'ah, the I.S.U.P.K. That was the end of verse 7 out of 1.
Give it out of hand. Most High in Christ. Officer Shariwan, Baba Kashar, can you read Leviticus, the 23rd chapter, from verse 1 to 7, Baba Kashar?
Okay. It's Leviticus chapter 23 and verse 1 in the English. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, verse 2, speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, concerning the feasts of the Lord, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations, even these are my feasts.
Right. So the I.S.U.P.K. is different from everywhere else in the world. Right? We keep the feast days of the Most High. And right now we're in the feast days of the Most High. Give that a hand. It's glorious to be celebrating the feast days of the Most High. It's better than celebrating gods that don't exist. Gods where they tell you bunnies lay eggs and all the garbage and whatnot that you lie to your children about and get mad at them for lying to you when they're later. And they're in their mid-teenage years. Your daughter, she's sneaking boys in that house. Don't be angry at her. Don't be angry at her at all because you lied to her. So she lied to you, right? Now, if you want to avoid that, I suggest you get in here and learn not to lie to your children. But we got feast days of the Most High that we're celebrating. We're closing out unleavened bread, and we're opening the Feast of First Fruits. Now, we're not celebrating the Feast of First Fruits, but we're opening it, meaning 50 days from now, we're going to be celebrating the Feast of First Fruits, right? As we close unleavened bread tonight, we open feast fruits, right? But tonight, we're celebrating the closing of Feast of unleavened bread. Sure, you want to keep reading?
Okay. Verse 3. 6 days shall work be done, but the 7th day is the Sabbath of rest and holy convocation. You shall do no work therein. It is the Sabbath of the Lord in all your dwellings. Verse 4. These are the feasts of the Lord, even holy convocations, which ye shall proclaim in their seasons. Verse 5. In the 14th day of the first month at even is the Lord's Passover.
Right, and we just went through the Lord's Passover. We just wrapped it up. We just wrapped up the Lord's Passover. It was in Salakia, Riley, North Carolina, but I believe the location switched. Barak Yalla, where was the location?
What is Snow Hill, North Carolina? Good
night. So the oppressors and the enemies of the I.S.U.P.K tried everything they could, right, to get the I.S.U.P.K not to celebrate the Passover, right? But give a shout out to, I believe it was Yarmak's grandmother who let the I.S.U.P.K use her property so we can celebrate the Passover, right? Give that a hand. All right, and that's what we're celebrating. That's what we just celebrated this weekend, the Lord's Passover. For those who don't know what the Passover is, it's when the Lord passed over Egypt and unalived the firstborn of all them heathens, the firstborn of everything out there, actually, right? And trying to save Israel. He sent the angel of death to pass over Israel and go to and fro throughout Egypt and unalive them. They were woke up the next morning and howling, a deep howl, and told us to get the hell out. Gave us our walking papers. We can go. They didn't want us as slaves anymore. Right? And that's what we celebrate. We pray that this kingdom that we're in right now, the Lord comes to and destroys it so we can be free. Because realistically,
right,
that's the only way we're going to be free. We've tried everything. Salakia, we banged our head against the floor. We put bow ties on our neck. We smashed tambourines and jumped up and down acting like we had the Holy Ghost, right? We've done everything except come back to the Lord. And that's what we're doing now. Right? Sure, you want to keep reading?
Okay. Verse 6. And on the 15th day of the same month is the feast of unleavened bread unto the Lord.
Ooh-wee.
7 days ye must eat unleavened bread. Verse 7. In the first day ye shall have an holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work therein. That's the end of verse 7.
Thwada. Right, so again, we are in unleavened bread. That's what I'm currently eating right now, this unleavened bread, right? And I pray you were able to get some unleavened bread in you, right? This unleavened bread is good, man. I put mine with honey. Tastes even better when you put it with some lamb. Salakia. Right? These are the seasons that we're in. We're in these celebrations, celebrating unleavened bread and the Passover, right? This is a holiday, well-deserved holiday, meaning in this kingdom that we're in right now, we work ourselves to the bone. We work until damn near we're in our 80s. If we survive that long, or some police doesn't unalive us, we work until we're in the 80s, right? So the Lord gave us these days as rest days. That's what the Sabbath is. It's a day of rest for man, right? So we can get a day of rest, so we can observe the holidays that the Lord wants us to observe and cook the foods that he wants us to cook, right? So if I could, Baraka Allah, could you read Leviticus, the 23rd chapter, verses 8 to 14?
Leviticus chapter 23, verse 8 in the Hebrew. Wahakwa Rabba Atham Asha La Yahawa Shaba'ith Yam Yam Bayawam Hashabaya Aya Makwara'a Kodash Kala Mala'akath Ibada La'a Ta'aishawa, verse 9. Waya Dabar Yahweh Al Masha La'amar, verse 10. Dabar Al Baya Salakia Banya Yashara'a Salakia Yasharala Marath Alaham Kaya Taba'awa Al Ha'aba Harataza Ashar Anya Nathan Lakam Wakwatazara Thum Atha Kwatazayara Wahaba Thum Atha Imar Ra'ashayath Kwatazaya Rakam Al Hakayan, verse 11. Wahanayapa Atha Ha'imar Lapanya Yahweh Laratiza Nakam Mamakarath Hashabath Yanayapawa. It's like Yanayapa Nawa Hakayan, verse 12. Wa'aishaya Thum Bayawam Hanaya Pakam Atha Ha'aishara Salakia Kabash Thamayam Ban Shanathawa La'ila La Yahawa, verse 13. Wamanaka Tawa Shanya Aishara Nayam Salat Balawala Bashaman Asha La Yahawa Bayak Salaka Rayak Nayakak, Wanasaka, Yayan, Rabayaitha, Hahayan. Verse 14. Walakam, Wakwala'a, it's like it, Wakalaya, Wakaramal, La'a, Tha'akalawa, Aid, Aitazam, Hayawam, Hayaha, Aid, Habayakam, Atha, Quaraban, Alahayakam, Kakwath, Iwalam, Ladara'a Yakam, Bakal, Mashabat Yakam. It's like it. That was the end of verse 14.
No sweat. Officer Shariwan, Babu Kasha, can you read Leviticus, the 23rd chapter, verses 8 to 14?
Come on. Leviticus chapter 23 and verse 8. But ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord 7 days. In the 7th day is an holy convocation. You shall do no servile work therein.
Right. So what that's letting you know is, in that 7 days, it's a holy convocation. These are rest days. We're not going to do any work. This is time off of work. This is time off from your slavery. This is time off from your servant job, right, that you do. This right here is especially needed right now. Like, if you're Black, Hispanic, and Native American, I don't think y'all got to come in here to understand what we're talking about. If you're not in here, you are unalived out there spiritually. Spiritually, you are dead, and you're walking around and just pissed off and conforming to the oppressors. You don't want to do it, but you end up doing it because you're trying to survive, right? And in that trying to survive, you don't act like God's chosen people, right? Now, if you're in the school, this is a recharge. This is days that we get off to be around family. No oppressors. No having to kiss an oppressor's ass out of slavery. You're off slavery right now. Right now is this time to drink, enjoy the brotherhood, enjoy the sisterhood, eat the good food that we eat. All right? That's what this time is off. Listen, if you're a brother in the school, you might be looking at some white corsages, trying to figure out what's her name, what's it mean, and who's her camp leader, so you can go talk to her camp leader. You got 7 days to do that. Salakia, keep reading, Shariwan.
Come. Verse 8, or Salakia, verse 9. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, When ye be come into the land which I give unto you, and shall reap the harvest thereof, then ye shall bring a sheaf of the first fruits of your harvest unto the priest. Verse 11, and he shall wave the sheaf before the Lord to be accepted for you. On the morrow after the Sabbath, the priest shall wave it.
Right, so this is going into the first fruits, right? And going into first fruits, you're going to take the best of what you've gotten that year, which is the very first crop that you got, which is the best, and you're going to give it to the priest. You're not going to question what the priests are going to do with it. You're just going to go give it to the priest, right? So what you do is you take you grow some grapes. Your first harvest of the grapes, you take it. Now, are you going to go give? Listen, you go give those grapes to the priests. The priests are going to take it. They're going to show it in front of the congregation, and it's going to be accepted by the Lord. right? And that's going into the first fruits. It's the first fruits is about us sacrificing the best of what we have for the Most High. Keep reading, show you one.
Okay. Verse 12. And ye shall offer that day when ye wave the sheep and the he lamb without blemish of the first year for a burnt offering unto the Lord.
Right. So what we would do also is we'd have a cookout. We'd be cooking it up, man. We'd get a lamb, a fresh lamb, and offer that to the Lord as well. Keep reading.
Verse 13. And the meat offering thereof shall be 2/10 deals of fine flour, mingled with oil.
Right, and you're going to season that lamb. That's what this is. Do you ever wonder why Black people, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we cook so well? Because it's in our Constitution to cook that well. This is our Constitution that we're reading, right? And we salute it yearly, right? We cook so well because it's in our Constitution for us to cook well, right? And Slovakia. Ooh, listen, I don't know about y'all, Akim, but I am thoroughly convinced that lamb is better than beef.
Karawakan.
That's just my opinion. I speak to you as a priest. Slovakia. But lamb is better than beef by far. Show you one if you can keep reading.
Okay. An offering made by fire unto the Lord for a sweet savor. And the drink offering thereof shall be of wine, the fourth part of an hin. Verse 14. And ye shall eat neither bread, nor parched corn, nor green ears, until the selfsame day that ye have brought an offering unto your God. It shall be a statute forever throughout your generations in all your dwellings. That's the end of verse 14.
Now we're going to do this, and listen, part of this order is to do it with wine. This is why we drink wine during the Passover, during the Feast of Unleavened Bread, right? There's Sabbath services that you do with wine, right? And this is to cut all you Christians who say you can't drink, right? If you can't drink, why was the Most High telling Moses to let the people know when you do these services, do it with wine? With wine. Right now, that doesn't mean go outside and be a drunkard, get behind your car and unalive 10 people who are waiting to cross the street.
Right.
You got to drink modestly. Right? Show you one. Was that the end of 14?
No concert.
No sweat. Barakia Ale, can you read 15 to 21 in Leviticus, the 23rd chapter?
Karawakan. Leviticus chapter 23, verse 15 in the Hebrew. Wasapara thum lakam mamakarath hat shutbath mayawam habaya akam atha imara ha thana wapa Salakia Shabai Shabathawath Thamayath Thamayamat Thahaya Yana Aid, verse 16, Aid Mamakarath Hashabath Hashabaya Aid Tasapa Rawa Kamashayam Yawam Wahakwara Batham Manaka Kadasha La Yahawa, verse 17. Mamawa Shabbatha Yakam Thabaya Awa Lakam Thanawapa Shathayam Shanya Aishara Nayam Salat Thahaya Yana Kamatiza Salakia Thapa Yana Bakawa Rayam La Yahawa, verse 18. Wahakwa Rabatham Ayla Halakam Waba'ait Kabashayam Thamayam Mam Banya Shana Wapara Ban Bakwar Akkad Wa'ayalam Shanyam Yahayawa Ayla La Yahawa Wamanaka Tham Wanasaka Yaham Aisha Rayak Nayakak La Yahawa, verse 19. Wa Aisha Tham Sha'ayara Salakia Ayam Akkad Laka Ta'at Washanya Kabasha Yam Banya Shana Baka Shalama Yam, verse 20. YAHANNA Hakayan Atham Al Salaka Ayla Lakam Habaka Rayam Thanawa Yapa Salaka Thanawapa Lapanya Yahawa Ayla Shanya Kabashayam Kwadash Yahayawa La Yahawa Lakahan, verse 21. Wakwara Tham Ba'aitazam Hayawam Hayaha Makwara Kwadash Yahaya Lakam Kala Mala'akath Ibada La'a Ta'aishawa Kakwath Iwalam Bakala Mawasha Batha Yakam La Salakia Ladara Yakam. That was the end of verse 21.
Salakia, show you one, Baba Kashar. Can you read verses 15 to 21?
Okay. So Leviticus chapter 23, verse 15. And ye shall count unto you from the morrow after the Sabbath, from the day that ye brought the sheaf of the wave offering, 7 Sabbaths shall be complete. Verse 16. Even unto the morrow after the 7th Sabbath shall ye number 50 days. And ye shall offer a new meat offering unto the Lord. Verse 17. You shall bring out of your habitations 2 wave loaves of 2/10 deals. It shall be of fine flour. It shall be baken with leaven. They are the first fruits unto the Lord.
Right. So this is everything that we are going to do during first fruits, right? From tonight, we're going to count 50 days, and on the 50th day is going to be the feast of first fruits, right? And again, you would give your best, the best of what you had, what you grew, of the crop that you had that year, you would give it onto the Lord. It's the Lord's first fruits. So you want to keep reading?
Come. Verse 18. And ye shall offer with the bread 7 lambs without blemish of the first year, and 1 young bullock, and 2 rams. They shall be for a burnt offering unto the Lord, with their meat offering and their drink offerings, even an offering made by fire, of sweet savor unto the Lord.
Right. So these would go in, these would be cooked up, right, and offered to the Lord, right? Again, this is the first fruits. We're having a holy gathering. It's separate from everything else that is being done in the earth. The heathens don't have these celebrations. The heathens all worship false gods, right? We have a living God that brought us out of Egypt and is going to bring us out of the captivity that we're in now. But he wants obedience. He wants us to do these things. He wants us to observe the feast of first fruits. Keep reading.
Come. Verse 19. Then you shall sacrifice 1 kid of the goats for a sin offering, and 2 lambs of the first year for a sacrifice of peace offerings.
Right. See, again, this is listen, you got lamb, you got goat, right? That's being offered during these high holy days. That's on the Lord's calendar. This ain't Christmas. This ain't your auntie's ham hocks that are on the kitchen table. This is not make a turkey in celebration of unaliving the natives. This is what the Lord wanted Blacks, Hispanics, and the Native Americans to be celebrating. Right? Keep reading.
Verse 20. And the priest shall wave them with the bread of the first fruits for a wave offering before the Lord, with the 2 lambs. They shall be holy to the Lord for the priest.
Keep reading.
Verse 21. And ye shall proclaim on the selfsame day, that it may be an holy convocation unto you. You shall do no servile work therein. It shall be a statute forever in all your dwellings throughout your generations.
Right. This is something that we're supposed to do forever. It's 2024 and we're doing it now. This was written over 2,000 years ago. This is a practice that the Most High wants you to do. He wanted us to do it forever, right? It doesn't say just do it in your land. Listen, we're dwelling in Canada, in the United States, in the UK, in Jamaica, Cuba, Mexico, Brazil, and he wants us to do this there until we get our land back, right? We're practicing the righteous acts, rehearsing them. So by the time Christ comes back, we'll get it right. Christ is not coming back for a kingdom that's not going to get it right. Right? Was that the end of verse 21?
Come.
Most High in Christ. Officer Baraki Ali, can you read 22 to 28, Baba Kasha?
Karawakan. Leviticus 23, chapter 23, verse 22 in the Hebrew. Wabakwatza Rakam.
Salakia, 22.
Karawakan, verse 20, chapter 23, verse 22 in the Hebrew. Wabakwatza Rakam. Atha Kwatza Yara. Haratizakam, La'a, Takala, Pa'at, Shadak, Bakwatizaraka, Walakwata, Kwatazayarak, La'a, Thalakwat, La'ai Naya, Walagar, the I.Yaba, Atham, Anya, Yahweh, Alahayakam, verse 23. Wayadabar, Yahweh, Al, Masha, La'amar, verse 24. Dabar, Al, Banya, Yasharala, Salakia, La'amar, Bakadash, Hashabayaya, Ba'akad, Lakadash, Yahaya, Lakam, Shabbatawan, Yakara, one, Thara, wa, Aya, Makwara'a, Quadash, verse 25. Kala, Mala'akat, Ibada, La'a, the Aishawa, Wahakwa, Batham, Asha, La Yahweh, verse 26. Wayadabar, Yahweh, Al, Masha, La Amar, verse 27. Aka, Ba'ai Shawar, La Kadash, Hashaba, Ya'aya, Haya, Yawam, Hakapara, Yam, Hawa'a, Makwara'a, Quadash, Yahaya, Lakam, Wa'aina Yatham, Atha, Napasha Thayakam, Wahakwa Ra Batham, Asha, La Yahweh, verse 28. Wakala, Mala'aka, La'a, Ta'aishawa, Ba'ai Tazam, Hayawam, Hayaha, Kaya, Yawam, Kapara, Yam, Hawa, Lakapar, Ilayakam, Lapanya, Yahweh, Alaha Yakam. That's the end of verse 28.
Thwada. Officer Salaki, you said that was the end of verse 28?
Karawakan.
Officer Shahiwan, can you read 22 to 28, Babu Kasha?
Karawakan. It's Leviticus chapter 23 and verse 22. And when you reap the harvest of your land, thou shalt not make clean riddance of the corners of thy field when thou reapest. Neither shalt thou gather any gleaning of thy harvest. Thou shalt leave them unto the poor and to the stranger. I am the Lord your God.
All right, that verse right there, that verse is describing brotherhood, right? You gotta think about it. We live in a society where they could put an apple tree and an orange tree damn near on every street.
Right.
Right? You could have grapes, vines damn near on every neighborhood block. Plum trees and cherry trees and pear trees and strawberry vines. So no one goes hungry. But in Esau's kingdom, that's not going to happen. In the kingdom of Israel, if your brother is hungry, and if you had a vineyard, you would leave the borders of your vineyard with grapes on them. So the poor of us can come by and eat when we don't have anything. And that's brotherhood. Show you one. Keep reading.
Come. Verse 23. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, In the 7th month, in the 1st day of the month, shall ye have a Sabbath, a memorial of blowing of trumpets, and holy convocation.
This is another holiday, another day that we're going to have off in our calendar, right? After all the works that we've done leading up to the memorial of blowing trumpets, right? This is another day off that we have, right? And okay, this doesn't have to do with the walls of Jericho falling when they blew the trumpets, right? This is just a holiday that the Lord wanted us to celebrate, so we're going to celebrate it, right? Esau wants you to celebrate all his holidays, and y'all get up and go do it on a regular basis and act like these are the only holidays. The Lord doesn't give a damn about a Christmas or a Halloween. Right. I believe blowing trumpets is usually somewhere in the summertime. Right? Somewhere around there, like August, maybe July. Right? And this is a good one, Akim. Like, listen, we get to have a day off close to the summertime. We gather together as family. We have a cookout. We have a feast day. Right? Because the Lord wants us to do it. And that's what we're doing. Keep reading, show you one.
Come. Verse 25. You shall do no servile work therein, but you shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord. Verse 26. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Also on the 10th day of this 7th month, there shall be a day of atonement. It shall be an holy convocation unto you. And ye shall afflict your souls, and offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord.
That one right there, the offering made by fire unto the Lord, as we afflict our souls. Right? Listen, this is the Day of Atonement. Right? This is where the Muslims took their holiday from. The holiday that Jay just went through. I don't even know the name of it, where they pretend like they're fasting for 40 days. They took it from this, where in Israel, we would fast for 24 hours, a whole day of nothing to eat. Not wake up early in the morning before the sunrise and get something to eat, and then act like you're fasting and run around and tell everybody. This is where you don't eat it. You act like it's a regular day, right? This is where we're not going around telling everybody we're fasting. I seen a video of I believe this was a skit, but this it rings out true today, right? Some sister is eating food on the bus in London, right? London, England. Some Muslim smells the food and tells her to put her food away. Good night. And again, this is a skit, but it does ring true, right? Where he's telling her to put her food away because he's fasting. And here we get up and go to work. Our coworkers go to, on this slave that we're doing, this slave shift that we're doing, our coworkers start eating their food, and they got the food. And listen, on the Day of Atonement, it seems like everybody brings your favorite food to work. I don't know. They just know. Listen, they're gonna bring that. You walk into that kitchen, it smells like steak and mashed potatoes, and you're like, damn. And you gotta just hold it down, right? You got to just hold it down and go right through it. Keep reading.
Come. Verse 28. And ye shall do no work in that same day, for it is a day of atonement, to make an atonement for you before the Lord your God. That's the end of verse 28.
Most High Christ. That's the end of verse 28, right? So again, it's a day to make an atonement for the sins of Israel, right? For the sins that we've committed in Israel. And that's what the Day of Atonement is. It's not, listen, wake up in the morning and before that sun rises, get some food in you. This is from sundown to sundown. No food, no water for 24 hours. And if you got a slave and can't get the day off, go slave. Again, your employer is going to have to pay for that, for making you slave on your high holy day. Slovakia. Where are we? We were at, Barak's not here with us, so I'll continue the reading till Barak gets back. We're in 29. We're in 29. Leviticus, the 23rd chapter, verse 29. Kaya, Kal, Hanapash, Salakia. Kaya, Kal, Hanapash, Ashar, La'a, Tha'ai, Ba'ai Tazam, Hayawam, Hazah, Wana, Karatha, Salakia, Ma'aim Ya, verse 30, will call Hanapash, Ashar, Tha'aisha, call Malaka, Ba'aitazam, Haywam, Hazah, Slovakia, Waha Ara, Bathaya, Af, Hanapash, Hahawan, Slovakia, Hawa, Makurab, Ima, 31, Call, Mala, Kaha, La'a, Salakia. Tha'ai Shawa, Kakwath, Iwalam, Lada Rath Yakam, Bakal, Mushabatha Yakam, 30, verse 32. Shabbath 1. Salakia. Let me find it again. Hawa'ah Lakam Wa'ayna Yatham Ah Napash Thayam Kam Salakia. Batha Sha'aiha Lakadash by Rob I Rob the Bathawa Shabbat Thakam, verse 33. Wayabar Yahweh Al Mashah Lamar 34. Debar Al Baniyah Yasha Allah Lamar Baka Mashah Aishar Yuam Lakadash Hashaba Yah Ayah Hazah Kag Hasaka Wath Shaba'if Yum La Yahweh 35. Bayawam Hara Shawan Makwa Ra'ah Qudash Kal Malah Akath Ibada La'ah Sa'ai Shabwa. That was the end of verse 35. Baba Kasha, Shariwan, can you read 29 to 35 in the Hebrew? Salakia in the English, Baba Kasha.
Come on, concept. This book of Leviticus, chapter 23 and verse 29. For whatsoever soul it shall be that shall not be afflicted in that same day, he shall be cut off from among his people. And whatsoever soul it be that doeth any work in that same day, the same soul will I destroy from among his people. Verse 31.
Right. So what this is saying is, listen, during that Day of Atonement, you have to do it. This is not a pick and choose thing. Now, again, if you are sick, if you are of age, like you're up there in age or you're older, you need certain medications, it's not required of you to do it, right? But this is something that Israel was supposed to do. Keep reading.
Come. Verse 31, you shall do no manner of work. It shall be a statute forever throughout your generations and all your dwellings.
Right. This is a day where we have off. You're going to have the day off. You're fasting. We're not going to do work in our dwellings at that time. Show you one. You got it.
Oh, come. Verse 32. It shall be unto you a Sabbath of rest, and ye shall afflict your souls. In the 9th day of the month at even, from even unto even, shall ye celebrate your Sabbath. Verse 33. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, the 15th day of this 7th month shall be the Feast of Tabernacles for 7 days unto the Lord.
Right, and from the Feast of Atonement, we go into Tabernacles. Right, from the Feast of Atonements, we're going to go into Tabernacles, the Feast of Tabernacles. This is a feast that reminds us of what it was like to live in the wilderness. Listen, in Esau's kingdom right now, we're in the wilderness. We are outside of Jerusalem, struggling to survive. right? And that's what the Feast of Tabernacles is. There's going to be a time when we're in the kingdom and we have everything. We have the heathen serving us, and we're still going to have to keep the Feast of Tabernacles and still remember of what it was like to go and be in the wilderness and depend on the Most High. Keep reading.
Come. Verse 35. On the first day shall be an holy convocation. You shall do no servile work therein.
Right. The first day is a holy convocation, and there's not going to be no servile work that we do during this time. Right. So we're going to finish this out. Bear with us. We're going to finish it out. We're at verse 36. I'm going to read 36 and finish out this chapter. This is the book of Leviticus, the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 36. Shabbat Yum, Salakia. Thaba, Thaqua, Raya, Bawa, Asha, La Yahweh, Baywa, Baywam, Hasha, Mayan, Ya, Mukwa Ra'ah, Kodash, Hayaya, Salakia, Yahaya, Lakam, Waha, Korah, Batham, Asha, Lahaya, Salakia, La Yahweh, Itazarath, Hawa'ah, Kal, Mala Akath, Ibadah, La'ah, Tha'ai, Shawah, Allah. Salakia, give me one moment. Mu'ai Diyah, Yahweh, Ashar, the Korah, Awa, Atham, Mukwa Ra'aya, Kodash, Laha Kwa Riyab, Ashar, La Yahweh, Ilah, Wama Ka. Zabak, Wana Sakyam, Debar, Yawam, Bayawa, Mawa, 38, Malabad, Shabbatha, Yahweh, Wakam, Wamal, Bad, Mathan, Watha, Yakam, Wama Labad, Kal, Nadara, Yakam, Wama Labad, Kal, Nada, Batha, Yakam, Ashar, Thatha, Wa, Layaha, Salakia, La Yahweh, 39, Aka, Baka, Masha, Ashar, Yuwam, Lakash, Salakia, Laka Desha. Hasha Baya Aya. Abba Taza Pakam. Af. Thaba Wa'af. Harataza. Thaka Gawa. Af. Kad. Yahweh. Shabbaif. Salakia. Good night. Give me one moment, Salakia. Yahweh. Allah. Allahai Yakam. Shabbaif. Yum Yum. 41. Wakag Gatham. Athawa. Kag. La Yahweh. Shabbaif. Yum Yum. Bashanaha. Salakia. Kwakwai. Iwalam. Lada. Ratha. Yakam. Bakodash. Hasha. Ba Ya'aya. Thaka Gawa. Athwa. 42. Basa Kat. Thasha Bawa. Shabba'if. Yum Yum. Call. Ha'a Zarak. Ba Yasha'ala. Yeshabawa. Basakam. Basakaf. 43. Lama'ain. Yada Iwa. The Ra. The Ya Kam. Kaya. Basa Kawaf. Hawa. Shabbat. Ya. Af. Manaya. Yasha'ala. Baha Wataza. Ya Salakia. Ya Aya. Awatham. Rataza. Mataza Rayam. Anaya. Yahweh. Alaha. Salakia. Alaha Yakam. Waya Dabar. Masha. Ath. Shai. Salakia. Ma'ida Ya. Yahweh. Oh, Banya Yasha'ala. That was the end of the chapter. Shariwan, Baba Kasha, can you read 36 to the end of the chapter?
Come. So Leviticus chapter 23 and verse 36. 7 days ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord. On the 8th day shall be an holy convocation unto you. You shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord. It is a solemn assembly, and ye shall do no servile work therein. Verse 37. These are the feasts of the Lord, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations, to offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord, a burnt offering, and a meat offering, a sacrifice, and drink offerings, everything upon his day. Verse 38. Beside the Sabbath of the Lord, and beside your gifts, and beside all your vows, and beside all your free will offerings, which ye shall give unto the Lord. Verse 39. Also, in the 15th day of the 7th month, when ye have gathered in the fruit of the land, ye shall keep a feast unto the Lord 7 days. And the first day shall be a Sabbath, and on the 8th day shall be a Sabbath. Verse 40. And he shall take you on the first day of the boughs of goodly trees, branches of palm trees, and the boughs of thick trees, and willows of the brook.
So, Salakia, what we're just read is all the holidays that are leading up to the Feast of Tabernacles, right? When we would have to survive in the wilderness. And that's what Shariwan's gonna read now is the breakdown basically of what we're doing during the Feast of Tabernacles. This is a time when we'd be outside. This is a time that started outside the kingdom of Jerusalem, right? Outside the kingdom of Israel. And we kept it for years, wandering around in the desert until we got into Israel. And even when we had established homes and built up homes, we would still have to go out into our property, into the wilderness, and live for a while to remember what it was like when we were living in the wilderness and on the run from the Egyptians. We wandered the desert for 40 years. You got to let that sink in. We did this for 40 years. The first 40 Passovers was not in the kingdom of Jerusalem. That's why when fake Israelites tell us you're not allowed to have the Passover outside of the kingdom, or they say some stuff like, prove to us that you're allowed to have the Passover, or we've had the Passover outside of Jerusalem. Well, the first 40 Passovers were outside of Jerusalem. There was a time when we were living in booths. Y'all got to think about that. We were living in booths. We would build up a shelter one day, maybe keep it up for 2 days, take it down and keep it moving. We wandered around the desert for 40 years.
Right.
We got the kingdom doing that. Right. Keep reading.
Come. Slack it. And ye shall rejoice before the Lord your God 7 days. Verse 41. And ye shall keep it a feast unto the Lord 7 days in the year. It shall be a statute forever in your generations. Ye shall celebrate it in the 7th month. Ye shall dwell in booths 7 days. All that are Israelites born shall dwell in booths.
Right. This is a commandment for all of Israel, not just some of us, not just the poor of us, not just the rich of us. It's for all of Israel to be done. Keep reading.
Come. Verse 43. That your generations may know that I made the children of Israel to dwell in booths when I brought them out of the land of Egypt. I am the Lord your God. Verse 44. And Moses declared unto the children of Israel the feasts of the Lord.
Right. This is what Moses declared to us. He gave us a holiday. He gave us a calendar. Right. And give that a hand. We got a calendar that's the opposite of whatever the heathens are celebrating. Whatever they celebrated, we're not celebrating. We're doing something totally different. Right? So again, we're closing out the Feast of Unleavened Bread. I hope y'all got some unleavened bread in you. Ooh, I gotta go make some more. Right? We're closing the Feast of Unleavened Bread. We're opening the Feast of First Fruits. We're not celebrating first fruits right now, but we're opening it. And in 50 days, we will be celebrating the Feast of First Fruits. Right? So again, with that said, men of Israel, we're going to close out the Sabbath service. Men of Israel, Akwathian, Imajim, which means to stand. Sarapanyaha Kodam, which means turning face to east. We're going to say these prayers and close out the Sabbath service. This is the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shalom.
Mashmael, Kodash,
Kodash,
Yahweh, Yahweh, Zakah, Zabarat, Zakah, Ayah, Aishah, Maratiza,
Kawa,
Ayah, Mashmael, Thalanawa, Kal,
Kasalaknawa,
Walaa,
Tabayanawa,
Masayawan, Bal,
Harishaynawa,
Mayan, Right, Ayah, Malaka, Wahala,
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 Watapara, Aman.
What we said in English, our Father which art in heaven,
Our Father which art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name.
Hallowed be thy name.
Yahweh,
Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done on earth.
Thy will be done on earth.
As it is in heaven.
As it is in heaven.
Give us this day our daily bread.
Give us this day our daily bread.
Forgive us our debts.
Forgive us our debts.
As we forgive our debtors.
We forgive our debtors.
Lead us not into temptation.
Lead us not into temptation.
But deliver us from evil.
But deliver us from evil.
Thine is the kingdom.
Thine is the kingdom.
And the power.
And the power.
And the glory.
And the glory.
Forever so be it.
Forever so be it.
Haka. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai.
Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai.
Baba Kashar.
Baba Kashar.
Thalanawa.
Haka.
Larapa'ah.
Kamakala.
Kalmakala.
Kalamadawa. Haka. Latahar. Latazamariah.
Haka.
Lahakwayam. Hamathayam. Haka. Arakawa.
Hatama'ala.
Garashar.
Ba'asham.
Yahushai.
Du'an
Aman. What we said in English, Lord, in the name of Yahushua.
The Lord, in the name of Yahushua.
Please give us the power.
Please give us the power.
The power to heal all manner of sickness.
Power to heal all manner of sickness.
All manner of disease.
All manner of disease.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to raise the dead.
The power to raise the dead.
The power against unclean spirits.
Power against unclean spirits.
To cast them out.
Cast them out.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you, so be it.
Thank you, so be it.
Yahweh Ba'ashem.
Yahweh Ba'ashem.
Yahushai. Barakulawa.
Wayasharala.
Wahabayasapariam. Yahushai.
Ba'ashem
Yahushai.
What we said in English, Lord, in the name of Yahushua.
Lord, in the name of Yahushua.
Bless us.
Bless us.
Bless us.
And Israel.
And Israel.
And the school.
And the school.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you, so be it.
Thank you, so be it.
Psalms 121. Asha'ah.
Asha'ah.
Ayana.
Ayana.
Ahaharian.
Ahaharian.
Ma'ayan.
Ma'ayan.
Yaba'ah.
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 Isaiah.
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 Yahweh.
I.S.U.P.K.
Shamayam. Waratazah. Ayathan.
Mawat.
Galka. Al-Yanawam.
Marka.
Hana.
La'ah.
Yanawam. Wala'ah. Yahashan. Shalamar. Yasha'ala. Yahweh. Shamarka. Yahweh. Tazalka. Al-Yad. Yamyanka. Yawamam. Hashamash. La'ah. Yakaka. Wayarak.
Balayala.
Yahweh. Yashamarka.
Makalrai. Yashamar.
Athnapashka. Yahweh. Yashamar. Taza'atka. Wabawa'aka. Ma'aifa.
I will. In English, what we said, I will lift up mine eyes into the hills.
I will lift up my eyes unto the hills.
From whence cometh my help?
My
help cometh from the Lord. Which made heaven and earth. You will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold. He that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day. Nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out. And thy coming in. From this time forth. Even forevermore.
Akim Aquafium Son. We're going to bring it close to this Sabbath service. We're going to give a courtesy salute to the brothers and a courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, Imagine Shabbat. Imagine Barak. Yagimata. Men of Israel, sorry to the sisters. If you have any in your presence, we're going to give a courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, Imagine Shabbat. Imagine Barak. Yagimata, dismissed.